Hello dear students, I Miss Asika Patel welcome you all in the new session of English grammar, and today we are going to learn very important topic of English grammar, and that is active and passive voice. Okay, generally all the students have like in their mind that this topic is very tough, but it is not like that. If you know all the tenses properly, then you can easily change the active voice into passive and passive into active, but the condition is that you must have the proper knowledge of a particular tense. Then and then you can change the given sentence to the passive and active easily. Okay, so before we start active and passive voice, let's first know about the voice, that what is the voice. So generally voice refers to the form of the verb which shows whether the subject does something. Means it is not like that voice means I am speaking right now, so my voice is low or high. No, it is not like that. But in the terms of English grammar, what is voice? So voice refer to the verb which shows whether the subject does something, means the action verbs, and it is referred by the subject. Okay, or we can say something is done on it, means anything that happens on the particular verb. Means one is active, means the direct portion, and passive means which is done, something is done on it, so that is active and passive. So you have to remember that, but no need to worry about all the things. Generally mostly we are talking about come to the point things. Okay, so it is easy to you, no need to mug up the rules and everything. So if we are talking about the direct action and the action which is done by the subject, it is called active voice, and in active voice subject play an important role. Then action is done by somebody, that is passive, means another person, or we can say the action is done by somebody or something else. So we call it passive voice, and in passive voice object plays an important role. So two things you have to remember properly, that as far as active voice is concerned, active matlab direct, so subject plays an important role, and as far as the passive voice is concerned, means indirect thing, so that is passive voice, and object plays an important role. Sometimes what happen, we tell direct thing to anybody else. Okay, so that is active voice, but sometimes what happen, we call anything indirectly, that he says like that. Okay, so that is the passive voice. So direct thing active voice, and indirect thing so passive voice. In active voice subject plays an important role, and in passive voice object plays an important role. Okay, so you have to remember this thing only, that what is active and subject is important in active voice, and in passive object plays an important role. Okay, now before we start active and passive voice, some of the most important rules are there, and you have to follow the rules, otherwise you cannot change the particular sentences in the given voice. Okay, so generally 5 rules are there, and it's very important. So before we start simple present tense, let's first take a look on the basic rules of active and passive voice. So first rule is that find SVO. Now the question is that what is SVO? So S indicates subject, V indicate verb, and O indicate object. So these 3 things are very important. If in a sentence you cannot get SVO, then you cannot form the active or passive voice. So first step is to identify SVO. S refers to subject, V means verb, and O means object. So what is a subject, what is verb, and what is object? So now it must be clear to you in your mind, but still I have one example for you here, that she reads a book. Now what is subject? So subject means the person who does the action. So here she is the subject. Okay, because she does some work. Which kind of work she does? So she reads. So reads is verb, and in short verb indicate the action words like read, sing, jump, laugh, write, read. Okay, so she is our subject. Okay, what she does, so she reads. Okay, and what she reads, So she reads a book. So a book is object. Generally object, mostly, not every time, but generally we have the non-living thing as object, but sometimes what happen, even the living things are also there in object. So first you have to find subject, verb and object. Subject means the person who does the action. Okay, verb matlab action, words, which type of things you are doing, like writing, reading, jumping, singing, like that. And object means on which thing you are doing the action. So reads, but what? So a book. Okay, so generally you ask, when you ask the question from what, then you will get the object. Okay, then convert the object into the subject. See, so these are the rules of like passive voice, means from active to passive. So we have already discussed that in active voice subject plays an important role, right? But when you form or when you turn the active voice into passive, so first you have to remember that you have to convert the object into the subject, right? Means you have to change the object into subject, because we have already discussed that in passive voice object plays an important role. Okay, so you have to change the object into the subject. Then say, use suitable helping verb of with the subject. So what you have to use? You have to use the proper helping verb according to the tense, like is, am, are, was, were, right? Was, were, then have, has, had. So according to the subject, means according to the object, you have to use the helping verb. Then convert the main verb into the third form, means past participle. That is very important. In each and every tense, while you change the active voice into passive, it is very much required that you have to form the third form, means past participle of the given verb. Matlab whatever the main verb is given, here you have read. Okay, read is main verb. So you have to convert that read into V3 form, right? So that is compulsory, that in each and every tense you have to convert the main verb into the third form, means we can say past participle. An important thing, that use the preposition by, means before the subject you have to use preposition by. Okay, these are the basic rules. Okay, for example, if I am taking, so I have one example here, she reads a book. So you know very well that reads is given, that means it's the simple present tense, right? Now I want to change this sentence into passive voice. So first we have already discussed that find SVO, that first step is clear. Then convert object into the subject. So what is the object here? So a book is object, so I have to change a book as a subject, because you know very well that subject always come first in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, sometimes determiner, then after the subject is there. So a book, that is the object, so I have to change the object into the subject. Okay, then use suitable helping verb with the subject, means reads simple present tense, and if you want to convert the simple present tense into passive voice, then you have to use the like helping verb is, am, are. So with a book is come, so a book is. Now what you have to use? You have to use the V3 form. So read. So what is the V3 of read? It is a read. Okay, the spelling is same but the pronunciation is different. Then say use preposition by. So then we have to use subject, but before subject we have to use by. So a book is read by her. Okay, why her, that we will going to discuss. See, suppose in a sentence if I is given to you, and if you want to make into the passive voice, then you have to use by me. Alright, so I by me, we by us, you by you, he by him, she by her, it by it, they by them. And if any name is given, so you have to use by name. See, by. She is given, that means I have to use by her. So by her. Alright, so you have to remember this thing. If in a sentence, if I is given, so the answer is by me. We by us, you by you, he by him, she by her, it by it, they by them, and name then by name. Again, speak with me. I by me, you by you, we by us, he by him, She by her, it by it, they by them, and if any of the name is given, so with name we have to use by name. So that is a basic concept. Okay, now before we start, first of all you have to remember one thing, and it is very easy. You have to play with a trick, and the trick is number. I think you all are you like cricket, so you have one score in cricket, that is 3-1 per 4 wicket. Otherwise 4 wicket, 321 run and 321 all out. So you have to remember these digits. Now the question is that, ma'am, you are talking about active and passive, then why you are telling like that? So later on we will apply that also. So now first from here we are going to start simple present tense. Means if the sentences are given in simple present tense and you have to change in passive voice, then how you can change? So see, you know very well that if we are talking about simple present tense, so the main helping verbs are do and does. Means do indicate V1 form and does indicate V1 plus S or ES. Now you know very well that if plural is there, means we have to use do. Exception is I singular, still we have to use do with I. And if singular form is there, then we have to use does. Means we can say V1 plus S or ES. Right. So these are the basic thing. Okay, now simple present tense should be clear in your mind. Still, if you have not seen the simple present tense, then go and search in the playlist. The video is there. So look that, watch that video, and then you can easily do it. Now keywords of simple present tense. Earlier also we have discussed that daily, everyday, always, never, usually, frequently. Then if scientific rules are there, mathematical rules are there, so all the things we include in simple present tense. Alright, so basically if we are talking about the formation, means sentence formation of active voice of simple present tense, then you have first subject, then verb, means rather V1 or V1 plus SES. Then you have object, and EW means extra word. Now see, we have to apply these things here. So first, you know very well the divide and rule, Lord Curzon. Okay, I hope you know about the things. Okay, so first what I have to do, I have to make 4 lines, sometimes 3 lines and sometimes 4 lines. Means we have to divide 4 parts. So first underline you have to do under the subject. So subject, then second one verb, okay, third one object, and fourth one, that is extra words. So 4 lines are there. Extra words we have to consider as 4 number. So which number you have to mention here? 321 per 4 wicket. So I am writing here 321 per 4. Right. Now if the 4 number is behind, means at the last of the sentence, then you have to keep at last. If it is in the beginning of the sentence, then you have to keep in the beginning of the sentence. Okay, so then I have to arrange 1, 2, 3. 4 is in last, so we have to make it as it is. So first number, object, see, you can see here 1. Second number V1 S or ES, but I already told to you that when you convert into passive voice, you have to use suitable helping verb. So see, if we are talking about simple present tense, then we have V1 S or ES. So you have to change into is MR. Okay, so you have to change this V1 means main verb or SES into is M and R. Then what you have to do? Subject. But we have discussed that you have to use the preposition by with the subject. So by plus subject. So see, number 2, number 3 and 4 number in last. Right. So if it is simple present tense, so what is the sentence formation of active voice? So subject plus verb, means in verb you have main verb or SES with that main verb if does is there. Okay, means if singular is there, then you have V1 plus S or ES, and if plural form is there, then you have only the main verb. Then come object, then come extra verb. Okay, extra words. Then while changing into passive voice, first comes object, then you have to change these V1 or SES into is MR, then by plus subject, and then you have to use extra words. So I hope it is clear and it's very easy. No need to worry about it. So let's take some examples so you can easily learn that thing. You have to remember these numbers, divide and rule. Okay, and you will easily get the answer. See number 1. But remember one thing, while you change the active into passive, first you have to check the tense. Then and then you can easily form the sentence. We are talking about simple present tense, so all the sentences are of simple present tense. So say, Ram helps the poor every day. So first I have to make underline, or I have to do the underline, means I have to do the 4 parts, otherwise 3 parts. So subject, that is a Ram. Okay, verb, so helps. To whom? So the poor. And every day, that is the extra word. So I am writing here 3, 2, 1 per 4. Right, subject Ram, verb, that is helps, object, so the poor, and every day means extra words. Now I have to arrange 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is in last, so we have to keep it in last. So first number, that is the poor. So I already told to you that convert the object into the subject. So poor is object, so the poor come first, the poor. Now remember one thing, we have to use a correct helping verb. So the poor is singular. Now you know very well that if singular is there, then you have to use is, and plural is there, then you have to use are. And if I is there, so with I we have to use. So the poor is singular, so we have to use is. So the poor is. Okay. Then helps, so 2 number. So we have to change the verb into the V3 form, means past participle. So what is the past participle of help? So the answer is helped. Okay, 1 and 2 done. 1 and 2 done. Now third number. So see, by name, this is third portion. Okay, name is given, means Ram is name. So what we have to do? We have to use by plus name. So what we have to write? So helped by Ram. And no need to do any of the changing in 4th number. So every day. So what is the answer? The poor is helped by Ram every day. Okay, see next. I sing a song in the class. So subject I. Okay, verb sing. What means object is a song. And in the class, that is the extra words. So I am writing the number here 3, 2, 1, 4. Right, so see, sing is there, means it's a simple present tense, main verb is given to you. So first come object, means first number, so a song. So song is singular, so what I have to use? A song. So if singular is there, then is. So a song is. Then what is the V3 form of sing? So sing, sang, sung. So a song is sung. Now see, I is given, so what we have to use? By me. So a song is sung by me. Then 4th number, so in the class. Right, see the 3rd number. They watch movies. So again simple present tense, because watch is given. Okay, and watch is the main verb. And they is plural, so definitely the main verb will come. So subject, they, verb, watch, and movies, that is the object. So our number is 3, 2, 1. Now arrange it 1, 2, 3. So first come movies. Okay, movies. Then movies are plural form. Movies plural. So what we have to use are. Then second number. First is done. Then second. So watch. You have to change the watch into V3 form. So what is V3 of watch? So the V3 form of watch is watched. And they, so what is the answer? So by them. So movies are watched by them. Right. Every Monday she visits temple. Okay, now subject. So every Monday is not the subject. She is subject. Okay. So she is subject, verb visit, and temple, that is object. So she subject, so third number, C. Then verb, So visits and temple, that is the object. So every Monday extra words. So here see 4 per 321. So while writing the answer, if 4 number is in the beginning, means extra words are there in the beginning of the sentence, then you have to keep it same. So what is the answer? So every Monday, then first number. So temple. So temple singular or plural form? Okay, definitely you are right, it's singular. So what we have to use? Temple is. Okay. Now second number, visits. So what is the V3 form of visit? So V3 of visit is visited. So visited she. Then say what is the form? So by her. So visited by her. So our answer is every Monday temple is visited by her. Right, next number. Dhoni catches the ball. See, catches is there and Dhoni singular, so definitely does come. So Dhoni subject, verb catches and the ball, that is object. So 3, 2, 1. So one number come forward. So what is the answer? The ball. So the ball is singular or plural? Yes, singular. So what comes? Is. So the ball is. Now what is the one number done? So what is V3 of catch? So caught. So the ball is caught. Now Dhoni, Dhoni is a name. So what we have to write? So by Dhoni. So the ball is caught by Dhoni. Next, Sunita writes a poem. So subject Sunita. Verb writes a poem. Object. So 3, 2 and 1. So one number come forward, a poem. So a poem is singular or plural? So definitely a is there, so it's singular. So a poem is. Okay, now second number. So what is the V3 form of write? So it's written, write, wrote, written. So a poem is written. Now third number. So Sunita, so it's name. So what we have to write? By name. So by Sunita. Right, so this way you can change from active to passive. Okay, you have to remember these number only. 321 per 4 wicket, 4 wicket per 321 run, yeah, else 321 all out. And the basic rule, first find SVO, then check the tense, then make object into the subject, then use the suitable helping verb, then main verb to V3 form and use preposition by. And in simple present tense, what you have to do? Subject V1 S or ES plus object plus extra word. So you have to change into object plus is MR plus by subject and then extra word. I hope it is clear to you, but still you have any doubts, so you can write in comment box. So I'll try to solve your problems and doubts. And thank you for watching the video. Have a nice day.